Hi guys, welcome back to Amara's kitchen. Yes, welcome to my kitchen. Today we'll be making this delicious egusi soup with fresh spinach. Okay, you can also use this soup for rice if you wish to. So if you're new to my channel, you're welcome. Please do not forget to hit that subscription button, and to my old subscribers, you guys are awesome. So without wasting much of your time, let's get started. So let's get started with the recipe. So here I've got my scallop pot. Okay, so I am using cow meat. You can use goat meat if you have that available. Okay, so the meat is already washed and clean, ready to go. So I'm just making sure everything is properly placed in the pot. The next, I will season this up. So I'll be using some salt to taste, about half a teaspoon of salt. Then I'll be adding onion, chopped up onion. You can use any color of onions, okay? Any color of your choice. I'll be adding non-cube. I'll be using two. The non-cube has two inside. I'll be using both of them. Just go ahead and stir this up very well. The next thing, I'll be adding a little bit of Cameroon pepper to season the meat because I don't like my meat not having those spice in it. So I want to season it up with the Cameroon pepper. After that, I'll go ahead and cover the meat up, okay? I'll cover it up while we go ahead and start prepping the rest of the ingredients. I'll let the meat cook for about 5 minutes, not overcooked, okay? So here I've got catfish, smoked catfish, 3 smoked catfish. I'll be adding cold water. Okay, go ahead and add cold water. You don't want to use hot water to wash your fish because it's gonna wash off all the taste from the fish. So add some cold water in it and make sure all the fish get into the water properly, and I'll set that aside. So the next is the melon. The melon we'll be using for the soup, also known as egusi. We call it egusi, okay? It's melon seed. So I'll go ahead and set this aside and let it properly dissolve. So it's been like a minute now, about a minute, and the fish has softened up. The next part is to make sure that I clean the fish very, very well, removing every single bone my eyes can possibly see. Because I have little kids, I don't want anybody crying in my ear while eating the soup because of bone. So make sure I remove every single bone I can possibly see. So now the fish is completely washed and cleaned. Remember, use cold water to wash your fish. So when you use hot water, you might end up washing off all the taste out of the fish. You know, that's what I think. So back to the meat. The meat has been cooking for roughly 5 minutes and it has produced a lot of water by itself. Just a quick taste and it tastes good. So I went ahead to pour the fish, and here I've got some cow intestine known as afuano, or you can also call it roundabout. So I pre-cooked this earlier on because I don't want to waste so much time. So I pre-cooked it ahead of time. So I went ahead and add that on. If you have cow intestine and it's not pre-cooked, please make sure you cook it before adding it to your stuff. And here I've got stockfish. I washed this very well last night and soak it overnight with a little bit of salt. So it's ready to go. Okay, so about 5 minutes or more, this the stockfish will probably be soft. So to save me some time, I always like to soak my stockfish ahead of time. So go ahead and mix up everything together. The last but not the least, I'm adding a little bit of kanda, also known as womo, aka cow skin. Okay, so I'm adding it at this time as well because the cow skin is very, very soft. It doesn't take time to cook. In less than 10 minutes, the cow skin is completely cooked. So add enough water close to the top of the meat, okay? So top it up a lot of water, as much as you want, not so much though. Then I'll go ahead and season this up with another stock cube. Then I'll cover this and bring it to a boiling point. So right now the meat is boiling. I'll go ahead and divide this into two. So look at that. So I divided the meat to equal parts because my soup I'm making today is a very little soup. Very, very little soup. So I don't need all of that. So in that the same pot, I'll go ahead and add palm oil. The palm oil shouldn't be like frying. You don't need to fry your palm oil. Once it warms up, you go ahead and add some onions. Once I add the onions, I'll be adding the EGUSI, which is local beef. Okay, so once I add the two, I'll go ahead and reduce the heat to a medium to low and let it simmer slowly to release all the flavor from the onions and the EGUSI. You don't want to miss that flavor, so just go ahead and let it simmer on a low heat. So after 2 minutes of simmering, I'll go ahead and now add my tomato sauce. So this tomato sauce is homemade. Okay, I made this tomato sauce at home. If you haven't seen the recipe of this tomato sauce, how I made it, okay, the tutorial, please feel free to check that out. It's very, very, very good. Okay, so I'll go ahead and cover the pot and let everything simmer together for another 1 minute. So after 1 minute, okay, everything has been well combined. They have cooked together. All the flavor have mixed up together. It smells so amazing right now. So I'll go ahead and scoop in all the melon seed, the EGUSI, okay? Once everything is well combined, without stirring up, just go ahead and cover the pot and let it simmer for 2 good minutes. After 2 minutes, go ahead and stir everything up very, very well, okay? It looks so good. Like I said before, this soup can also serve as stew. You can use this for your white rice, for your white yam, or many other stuff you can actually use this soup for. So I added half of the meat and I will stir everything up very well until they are well combined. And the next, I'll be seasoning the soup up with some crayfish. Just a good amount of crayfish, about 5 tablespoons of crayfish. I'm adding some habanero pepper. You can use a Scotch bonnet pepper. You can use Cameroon pepper. You can use regular red crushed pepper. Use any pepper of your choice for this soup. It doesn't have to be exactly what I'm using. And for the meat, use any meat of your choice, okay? So once everything is well combined, I'll go ahead and cover this up slightly, not all the way, and let it cook for a few more minutes, about 3 to 4 minutes, to enable the EGUSI to cook through as well. So I mixed up everything. I just want to give it a taste. The soup tastes so amazing, like so good, guys. Not because I'm the one making the soup, just give it a try. You will love it. All right. So because the tomato sauce that I use, oh my god, that tomato sauce is so amazing. So I can't stop tasting the soup. That's to show you guys how good this soup tasted. So I'll be adding my vegetable. I'm using fresh spinach. Yeah, fresh chopped spinach. Okay, you can also use bitter leaf. You can use ogo, which is pumpkin leaf. You can also use okase. You can use any vegetable of your choice for this soup actually, okay? So that's it. Everything is almost done. The soup is almost done. Once I add my vegetable in my soup, the soup is as good as done. I don't like overcooking my vegetable. So guys, that's it for this soup. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Okay, and do not forget to check out the tutorial for the tomato sauce. So isn't that amazing? It looks so delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope to see you all on my next one. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.